just a week. Normally we try to pump these bad boys out week when it comes to ratings predictions for the next year. We are on to right wings, to say the very least. Another tough list. You're going to see a lot of guys at 87, 86 range coming in around that 10th spot. We'll see who fights it out. We're going to start with a little bit of a sleeper pick, possibly. Nikolai Ehlers. How about this man? May have just had the best season out of all the players on Winnipeg with the exception of Mark Scheifele. He played really well back there, and we didn't hear a lot about this man. 21 goals, 21 assists this season, 47 games played, 46 points. Hey, you want to throw the plus 17? Best on the team in there? Might as well. Nikolai Ehlers, we're hitting with the 87 though. Coming in at number 9, we got Brock Besser. Brock. I can't believe we just did that. I'm going with it though. Welcome to, just thinking Lesnar. Welcome to the top 10, Brock Besser, for the first time, I believe, that he's been here, right? He had a great season. Continues to grow and improve over there in Vancouver. Coming in at number 8, we got Vladimir. Trade me to the Columbus Blue Jackets, Tarasenko. Where will the Russian goal scorer find himself? Not only in the NHL, but in the EA video game after a second straight year with injuries. Now, typically we've brought this up in previous videos. Guys get injured, EA doesn't really punish them. They kind of stay on that same overall. But this is the second straight year Tarasenko got injured. And this was a year where he put up, 14 points in 24 games played. So he did play a little bit. And he didn't play, at an elite level. He played really well. But I don't know if he played at a level that keeps his overall that high. We'll see. We're going to say 88 overall for Tarasenko, which is a -1, by the way. Number 7, we got Blake Wheeler. Wheeler continues to truck along at the age of 34. It's pretty rare for a power forward, which is impressive. Another Wheeler-esque season, though. 15 assists, 31 goals, 50 games played this season, hitting him with the 89 overall. Coming in at number 6. Are we gambling here? Oh, yeah. A little bit. That wasn't supposed to be a pun, but I just realized it kind of is because of the team he plays on. Mark Stone. Finishing second in the Selke voting for the third time in the last 4 seasons, Mark Stone has solidified himself as one of the best defensive players in the NHL. But guess what? He's been doing more. For the past 4 seasons now, he's also found himself right around a point per game player. That's big. Normally, guys, Stone's age, don't really see their overall change too much. EA's kind of got them where they got them. They got their viewpoint of the player. But Stone's a little bit different here because, it was really that last year in Ottawa and ever since he's been in Vegas where he really started to turn things up from an offensive standpoint. And, you look at the recent years, and I think there's a good argument that he goes to a 90 overall this season, and that's where we're going to put him. Coming in at number 5, we have Mikko Rantanen. Now, this is a tough one. First off, Mikko was on pace for 47 goals this season. Not a big deal. 56 assists, by the way. Tremendous talent. He gets a lot of ice time with an even more tremendous talent, the one they call Nasty Nate. But here's where things get interesting. Mikko finished 18th in Selke voting this season. How much is that going to affect him? Is EA going to look at that and say, hey, a little bit more defensive than we was expecting? Played well defensively. Let's boost up those defensive stats. How much will that affect his overall? How much will his regular play affect his overall? We're going to say Mikko Rantanen hits the 90 overall next season. Coming in at number 4, we got Mitch Marner, known as a phenomenal playmaker. Slowly creeping up in the goal-scoring department, though. He netted 20 last season. That's pretty good. Remember, shortened season. And that's going to be big for him. I think one of the reasons we've seen his overall not get, that real high overall in years past is because he's always been that playmaker-esque type of player. You don't see the shooting stats go up, that hurts your overall, especially when you're, looked at like a playmaker, not like a two-way forward type of, a Brad Marchand or a Patrice Bergeron type of guy where if you don't put up the goals then, which not the problem with Marchand, but if you don't put up the goals then, you got some other stats to help you out. Being a playmaker, you got to make sure you're checking off the goal scoring and the goal or assist boxes. Mitch Marner, I think he's getting closer. Will EA hit him with the 91? We'll see. That's what we're guessing. Coming in at number 3, this is where things get tough. David Pastrnak. It ain't easy. Pastrnak could go anywhere from, obviously 4 to 2 here. I mean, you could argue to put him at 1 if you really wanted to get crazy, but I don't think you put him at 1 after this season. Fact of the matter is, though, when he's rolling, he's rolling. He was on pace for another 35-goal season this past season. He did end up with 20 goals, though, in 48 games played? Hey, the goal scorers get paid, though, from an overall department standpoint. I expect Pastrnak to stay around at 91. Coming in at number 2, we have Patrick Kane. It's interesting to see Kane kind of fly under the radar, if you will, these past couple of seasons, because Chicago's not been this dominant team that they once was. Patrick Kane continues to do his thing, though, and he continues to run rampant on this league. 15 goals, 51 assists, and 55 games played. Patrick Kane's going to maintain that 91. He's going to maintain a pretty nice spot on this top 10 at number 2. Coming in at number 1, we have the man that coincidentally could not play until they could get around some cap circumvention here in the playoffs in Nikita Kucherov. I joke about, I shouldn't say I joke about it because it's a serious thing in the NHL. Like that, the fact that they let you get away with that, it's ridiculous in the first place. That you're making a joke of the cap. Why is there a cap? That's a rant for another day. But I like Nikita Kucherov. I've always been a really big Nikita Kucherov fan. And the man, again, may or may not have been injured this season. But again, forget about the whole cap, nonsense, the injury nonsense. This man came into playoffs and just proved once and again. I can't speak. Proof once again how big of a stud he is. Went out there and led all players in points here in the postseason. 27 points in 18 games during that time. He was a 92 overall last season in NHL 21. And again, didn't play much this year minus the playoffs. He gave us zero reason to believe he's not going to be a 92 next year again. Kucherov, top in the list. Love to hear you guys' thoughts. Where's your top 10? Put it in the comment section if you got one. Love to hear about it. As always, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.